Good morning, everybody. This is Mike Brennan at the National Hurricane Center with an update on Tropical Storm Idalia. It's just after 11:30. It's almost 11:45 in the morning here on Thursday. We have the center of Tropical Storm Idalia moving eastward away from the coast of North Carolina, but still seeing some significant impacts here, especially along the Outer Banks, portions of Pamlico Sound. We're still seeing sustained winds of 30 to 40 miles per hour. We've seen wind gusts 50 to 60 miles per hour, places like Cape Lookout up by Frisco. So still tropical storm conditions ongoing here. You can see on the radar here, the rainfall is starting to subside over portions of eastern North Carolina, but still continuing in some locations. We have flash flood warnings in effect for places like Currituck County, much of the Outer Banks, Dare County down to Carteret County, and the combination of the rainfall flooding and the storm surge flooding that we're getting, particularly on the Sound side of the Outer Banks and up into places in the Neuse and Pamlico rivers, is causing a lot of widespread high water conditions this morning over portions of eastern North Carolina. I do want to touch first on the storm surge. We have a storm surge watch that's in effect from Beaufort Inlet to Ocracoke Inlet, especially for the Sound side of those portions of the Outer Banks. And then we're seeing water piling up here in portions of Carteret County, up the Neuse and Bay rivers, the Pamlico and Pungo rivers, where we can see 2 to 4 feet of inundation above ground level. And then even outside of those areas, we're still seeing inundation of 1 to 3 feet above ground level in places like Hatteras all the way up to Duck, and then west of Beaufort Inlet along the portions of the North Carolina coastline to the south. In addition to that, we're still seeing tropical storm warnings in effect, basically from Cape Fear all the way up to the North Carolina-Virginia border, including Pamlico and Albemarle Sounds. You can see the large wind field of Idalia extends well to the north of the center, but that wind field will gradually pull away as Idalia is moving quickly to the east at over 20 miles per hour away from the North Carolina coast. So we will see those conditions gradually improving today as we go through the day. You can also see we have tropical storm warnings inland over portions of eastern North Carolina as well. We're still concerned about rainfall, although the rainfall itself is starting to wind down. We could still see rainfall totals of between a ½ inch and an inch and a half, especially over portions of extreme eastern North Carolina. We do have that moderate risk for flash flooding there, and that flash flooding is ongoing. We've seen a lot of standing water in places in the Outer Banks. So again, it's a good time to stay inside, not go out very much today, especially in eastern North Carolina in that area under the tropical storm warning, storm surge watch. If you're under a flash flood warning, be in a safe place today, and you don't want to go wandering out into areas where water may cover the road, and you could get into an unsafe situation there. So this is going to wrap up our coverage of Idalia from here at the Hurricane Center in terms of the live streams. We'll be monitoring the system as it moves offshore. It could become potentially a threat to Bermuda over the next few days, so stay tuned for more information from the Hurricane Center at hurricanes.gov, from your local National Weather Service office at weather.gov, and we'll obviously be keeping you updated on any other storms that are forming and threatening areas as we go on through the rest of the season. The peak of the hurricane season is still to come, so stay tuned for more information at the Hurricane Center. I'm Mike Brennan.